We are up another $20 on the day trading stocks for less than an hour a day. And not only that, we actually have been doing this consistently over the last 7 days. We have been growing our account 1% each day. As you can see here, there was a day here is $33. And with that said, we are already up over $156 or 9% on this small account challenge for the month of March, and it's only March 11th. That's correct. It's only on March 11th. So guys, how are we doing this? We're going to mix this into a recap of the day as well as on the trade, right? A recap of our trade, as well as a bit of educational video of how you can do the same thing. And remember, we are in a bear market right now. The market is selling off like crazy. So in the past couple of weeks, Mark's been very bearish. It's been selling off. A lot of companies are losing their value. Tesla down. AMD also down from those highs. Nvidia from 143 down to $102. Google down from highs of 209 to 162. Microsoft also down significantly. Meta from highs of 740 to $582. Amazon is also down. Apple is significantly down from highs of 250 to $218. So how are we able to consistently make money every single day, whether it's 1% or 2%, and whatever the account size may be, whether it's a couple $1,000s or tens of thousands of dollars? How can you as a trader kind of take on some of my successes and learn from my mistakes as well along the way, so you can be successful and more profitable trading? Well, that's the whole point of why you're here, and we're going to talk about it right now. So overall direction is very bearish in the markets. As you can see, the Nasdaq has been getting rejected off of this 45-day exponential moving average. And for all of you who are not sure or may be new here and don't understand some of this technical gibberish, indicators and specific resistance levels and moving averages, check out my Learn to Earn lesson library. It's 100% free, and you can watch those videos where I go into more detail about it, okay? But here we're going to talk about how you can make more money as well. So as it's getting rejected on this 45-day moving average, you see the markets are just bleeding, and it's done it before, guys, okay? Let's talk about that here real quick. Now, back in 2020, this sold off, the Nasdaq sold off 30% in about 40 days, okay? It lost 30% of the overall market valuation, okay, in a month. Now, it went all the way up to $400 levels. And okay, guys, we're talking about the Nasdaq. It went up to $400 levels, and within 300 days, so about a year, okay, it was in a bear market for an entire year, losing another 36% of its total market value. Now, here we go again. Does history tend to repeat itself? Yes, it does tend to repeat itself. This can come all the way back down to the moving average if it wanted to. We're going to go ahead and delete some of these lines to kind of showcase where it is right now. This is serious, okay? Now, it had a bull run the last couple of years, went up 105%, so we're due for about a 30% sell-off from highs of 540. Let me move this over here. From highs of 540, it's already at 469, creating new lows for the year. It's sold off already close to 14%. Okay, we get to 20%. That is a market correction. Okay, it's not a market crash. It's a market correction because markets right now are at tremendously overvalued levels. Sorry if that hurt your ears, any headphone users. There we go. The markets are at overvalued. You know, they're extremely overvalued, overbought, a lot of hype. They've been on a bull run for quite some time. So it's at 14%. 20% would be around 425. And I believe this can go down even further, guys. This can go to like 400 bucks. $400 would put us right here at a 26% sell-off. 30% right at the moving average. A 30% sell-off would put us about $380. Okay, now it could sell off more, and it could also rebound. As you see, it's bounced off of this EMA level before. It's now below it. Okay, it's crossed over it. So how do you make money? And this is where our recap video comes in. Okay, SQQQ. Okay, it's not the only way you can short the market, but is one of the ways that we do it here on the channel with our LTE team. But SQQQ is the ProShares Ultra Pro Short for the NASDAQ. So anytime the NASDAQ goes down, SQQQ goes up, and vice versa. Now I want to remind you, not only is investing risky, but ETFs, especially 3 times or triple leveraged ETFs, can be extremely riskier. Okay, just like with options, there's more leverage to be had, so you can lose more money. Yesterday, QQQ sold off. The overall Nasdaq sold off 3.3%, 3.5%, and SQQQ went up 10%, guys. Okay, it went up 10%. Actually 12% if you count after hours yesterday. So if you were betting against the market, you would have made money. If you were betting for the market, you would have lost money yesterday. Okay, that was a 12% move. So it's triple leverage. Now, we've been trading it all week. As you can see, we've been trading SQQQ all week, and we've actually been doing a great job. Now, honestly, we could have just held, right? We could have bought down at $30, sold at 40, made 30% in a week, which is amazing. Okay, I strive to make anywhere to between 5 and 10% a week, and between 20 and 40% a month. So this would have been my monthly goal in 1 week, okay, if I would have just bought and held. But that's not what we do. I don't hold positions overnight. If you want to, that's perfectly fine. But what I try to do is a good job by understanding direction daily. And even so, buying down at $26 levels to $40 was a 48% profit. So in 17 days, literally making 48%. Say you had $1,000, that's $480. Say you had a $10,000 position, that's $4,800 in about 2 weeks. Now, how do you make money, and where do we go from here? Well, it's all about identifying those key levels of direction. This small area made $20. I should have held a little longer, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Same thing here. I made good right here, another $20. Could have held longer. So what we're going to do better by understanding some of my mistakes is let's hold longer as this begins to sell off longer and show true direction. Now, what we did a good job today was we knew this was going to break out because QQQ was oversold, right? It was oversold. Now there is a potential reversal that was still happening this morning. A lot of consolidation. It was above the EMA, showing signs of it being bullish. It was below the moving average right here, the 200-day moving average. It was below it, and then it was above it. And so there was a lot of choppiness, and there still is a lot of choppiness. All that means is there's consolidation for a potential reversal setup, right? The markets can begin to reverse, so I want you to be aware of it. If you go into tomorrow or the next day thinking, I'm just going to short because Johnny says the market's going to sell off, I want you guys to be careful, okay? This is setting up for potential reversal to where it starts going back up, maybe 487 to test this moving average, maybe even back up to this trend line, 510, okay? Actually, this trend line should not even be there. Let's delete that. So, 495-ish, 500, it could go back up to those levels. But right now, look at this. It's very bearish. So there's no clear indication that this is actually going to be going up anytime soon. Strong rejection on the moving averages and the 9 EMA moving average as well. Super trend showing strong sign of it being weak as well. Okay, so it's selling off. And we took that opportunity today and made some money. We bought at these levels here for a breakout, right? Buying 5 shares at 38.40, buying another 5 at 38.66, and then buying 20 shares at the 38.60s at those first signs of a breakout. What I wanted to happen was it break out to this 39.50 level here. It didn't. We had to hold significantly longer, but I was able to add to my position another $400 pretty much right here at $38, and then another 5 shares at 38. So altogether we were able to build a nice significant position size at this level here of consolidation at the 200-day moving average. And as it pushed up, we then started locking in profits after that breakout. So 38.99 was the areas we began to lock in profits. And to put that into perspective, 38 right there. So we started selling majority of everything right there. This next level we sold at $39 and $38.90. So $39 and $38.90. Let's just say $38.95. So I sold here at those first signs of this giant red candle. I figured, hey, it can probably sell off even more, and I can give back the little bit of profits I had. Right, I was already up like $30 at this point. Pulled back, sold, locked in 23 bucks. Okay, so not a ton of money, but it was still a little more than 1% on this account. Okay, pushed up to 39.55. So yes, I could have gotten in just, you know, a little bit more, maybe been up about $50-$60 today, but also we would have had to been in the trade a little longer, right? We closed out our trade at 8:30 and 8:32, so about an hour of trading to make 1% profit. Not bad. Could have done better by buying down here at these lows, and I do showcase that to our team here in our trade ideas. If you want to join, you definitely can. It's free to sign up, 100% free, lifetime access. But I showcase that to us all here. Like, I could have done a better job. We were down as far as $30 at this point. We were down 30 bucks. So I could have actually sold at those levels and been down money, and we could have been having a different conversation. But what we did well in the live stream, and you can go back and watch the live stream after this, is we did a good job by controlling our emotions, right? We bought a little bit more. We waited for that because we knew our trade plan was going to be in our favor. And yeah, and this was the area we should have bought more, right? I showcased that. Should have bought more at these levels and not at those breakout levels, bringing our average price down to like 37-ish, potentially locking in more profits. And then we could have did better by selling at these highs at 39.55 at this first sign of a pullback, compared to selling at this candle here, right? It never actually broke the 9 EMA, and we talk about that a lot on the channel. If it doesn't break this 9 EMA, the purple line, then it's still showcasing signs of direction in its favor, right? And so next time we can do a better job by just, you know, holding a little longer. Now, we did anticipate that breakout. As you can see right here in the morning, we anticipated the breakout, got rejected, and then finally later in the day when we sold, it broke out and went up a little higher. Now, the markets are selling off. I want you guys to understand that. Just because this is my 7th consecutive day trading, the markets are consolidating today at these low levels. Can you see this here? It's not making lower lows anymore. 465 was the low, and it can't get above 476. So there's a lot of consolidation setting up for a potential reversal. Now, it doesn't mean it has to play out that way, okay? We don't necessarily have to see a reversal. It can sell off and get even more and more lower, okay, especially with uncertain times. Let's remember that you can reduce your position size. Some things that you can do with this uncertain times is reduce your position size, manage your risk, and even better, take no position at all and wait for those signs of upward direction to begin to happen. Now, same thing, we've seen a lot of selling pressure over the last couple of weeks, but be aware that that bear market back in 2021 and 2022 lasted for an entire year, and I do believe it's a good thing. Okay, corrections in the market from these overbought levels reset the playing field for everyone like you and me. It creates cheaper, more affordable options for long-term investors. It allows more people to get in and make those bigger gains long term, especially if you're not bag holding at those super highs right now, right? I love the cycles of the stock market, and hey, this is what we needed for all of us to be able to load up. So I give you trade ideas, alerts, not really alerts, more like trade ideas of what I'm watching on the day in the Discord. You got to talk to other members. I think we have close to 600 members now, which is awesome, and over 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. So definitely join our community. It's awesome. SQQQ right now as signs of back to that support, right? So this can actually go higher because QQQ right now is continuing to sell off. You understand that on this backside move, if it can't get above these moving averages, it now acts as a kind of like a ceiling or a wall that you can't push above, and it continues to get rejected, creating lower lows. And if we continue to see lower lows, then it's only verifying the overall market direction, right? As you can see, it's been very bearish for multiple days, now going on multiple weeks. So QQQQ can continue to sell off. The overall market can continue to sell off. It doesn't have to rebound right here, okay? And actually, there's no end in sight right now. I mean, maybe 450s could be our next level, and it can also bounce from this level right now and go back up to $500 levels. That's what's so great about the market, is we don't know, and the volatility and the way it's setting up right now could set up for a nice reversal coming into tomorrow. If not, then tomorrow morning we'll see some more selling pressure, and this will even be cheaper. So let's remember that going into tomorrow morning. And guys, remember, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow morning, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. It's 100% free. Smash that notification bell, and just know that, hey, when the market opens, we'll be live. You can watch me trade live, ask me questions, get inside my head, understand why I'm buying a position, why I'm selling that position, what is my thought process on why I'm even taking the position. And you get to hang out with us in the morning, talk to other people who show up in our live stream. We had a really good turnout today. Double digits, let's get to triple digits, right? Let's get to those, 10, 20 people watching at one time. Let's get up to 100 people watching at one time. And I know we can get there. All I need is your support. Smash that like button if I gained it. And if you found this video useful in any way at all, consider subscribing and joining our basically our community, right? Our challenge of this small account, growing it from a very small number to a much larger number. That's all we want to do. And we can, by consistently making those $20 a day. Consistently, we can do that. And as our account grows, these numbers will begin to grow. We'll start getting into $50 days, $100 days, $200, $500 days, $1,000 days. Whatever your goal is, I know we can get there together. I hope that I became a catalyst for your success and you follow our journey. Thank you for your time. Like always, remember, it's in the air on the green note. And we'll see you all in the live stream tomorrow morning. Don't be late. Just kidding.